Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Jikook channel. In this video, we will discuss something interesting and a shame to miss. So watch until the end. Lately, many people have been talking sometimes in whispers, sometimes in loud accusations about Jimin and Jungkook. Are they angry? Have they drifted apart? Or, as some wild rumors claim, have they broken up? These questions have been spreading like wildfire, fueled mostly by the simple fact that they're not seen together as often as they used to be. There was a time when Jimin and Jungkook seemed to be almost everywhere together, standing side by side during interviews, sitting next to each other during events, or casually interacting in ways that made fans smile endlessly. Now, new photos and videos sometimes show Jimin spending time with other members of the group, without Jungkook in sight. For some, that's enough to jump to conclusions. But let's pause here for a moment. First of all, we have to stop assuming things without any real evidence. The absence of a selfie, the lack of a recent joint live stream, or the fact that they aren't captured in the same frame doesn't mean something is wrong. Jungkook is an adult with his own busy schedule, as is Jimin. They both have commitments, individual projects, and personal lives that aren't designed to constantly overlap in front of cameras. Let's remember what happens in their real, private lives is not something we are entitled to see every single day. Social media is only a small window into their world, and it's curated. If they choose not to share a particular moment, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I've seen comments claiming a Jimin is over, or Jungkook must be upset with him. And some people, unfortunately, take these gaps in public interaction as an opportunity to push other ships or to spread baseless narratives. The truth? These are nothing more than stories created without proof, stories that say more about the people telling them than about Jimin and Jungkook themselves. Just yesterday marked the anniversary of Are You Sure, the show Jimin and Jungkook shared with us, full of laughter, heartfelt talks, and the kind of easy companionship that can't be faked. That show was a gift to fans. It was an intimate look into their dynamic, full of natural, unfiltered moments. Watching it, you could feel the warmth between them, the way they intuitively read each other's moods, and the joy they find in simply being together. Right now, BTS as a group is in Los Angeles preparing for their new album. That means countless hours of rehearsals, creative meetings, and recording sessions. It's completely natural that they don't always appear together in public during such a hectic time. Professional schedules sometimes run in parallel, sometimes apart, but that doesn't mean the personal bond has weakened. Jimin being seen with other members is normal. In fact, it's a healthy part of group dynamics. It doesn't erase or even diminish what he shares with Jungkook. Their relationship doesn't need constant public validation to be real. In truth, reality often exists far away from public eyes, and just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's gone. And let's not forget Season 2 of Are You Sure has already been filmed. That alone should reassure us that more Jikook moments are coming. If there was truly nothing between them, they wouldn't keep choosing to collaborate on projects like this, projects that require trust, communication, and shared enjoyment. The history they share isn't something you can erase just because there's no fresh selfie to dissect. Trust like theirs is built over years through travel, shared work, mutual support, and countless private moments we'll never see. That's not something that disappears quietly in a matter of weeks. So instead of fanning the flames of empty theories, perhaps the best thing we can do is to show patience. Support them as individuals. Support them as a pair. Let's remember everything they've given us over the years, the smiles, the subtle touches, the knowing glances, and the moments that made us believe in something genuine. Some will always try to stir up drama. But for those who look closer, the details tell a different story. Remember when Jimin posted group photos on his Instagram stories, and people claimed Jungkook wasn't there? Look again, he was the one behind the camera. And we all know how much Jungkook loves taking pictures of Jimin. That's not new. That's not random. It's something he's done for years, an unspoken habit that says, "I see you. I want to capture this moment of you." Speaking of meaningful gestures, there's one that always stands out. In 2021, after a US concert, the members had a few days off. J-Hope and Taeyong headed to Hawaii. But Jimin and Jungkook both returned to Korea along with Jin. When Jimin landed, Jungkook was already there waiting for him. Alone. For about 20 minutes. Just to walk out together. No cameras prompting it. No schedule demanding it. That's not something you do for just anyone. The relationship between them has always been close, but there's a tenderness there, something deeper than casual friendship. Jungkook's affection for Jimin is quiet yet unwavering. Whenever he can, he's by his side. We've seen it time and again. And of course, they can't be together all the time. They have careers, they have commitments, they have lives. But the absence of a public moment doesn't mean the absence of care. There are many moments we'll never witness: private check-ins, casual conversations, shared meals behind closed doors. One truth has been proven repeatedly: Jungkook always chooses Jimin. In small moments and in big ones, in subtle choices and in public ones, his path often leads back to him. And Jimin, in turn, shows the same steady trust. Believing the rumors that Jungkook is angry or Jimin doesn't want to be around him misses the bigger picture entirely. They don't need to stage smiles for the camera to prove they're close. Their connection is in the little things: the way they instinctively find each other in a crowd, the way their eyes meet in unspoken conversation. Think about the times they've looked out for one another at airports or shared meals during busy shoots. Think about the times, even surrounded by the rest of BTS, they still seek each other's presence. These aren't calculated moves. They're the rhythms of people who have grown deeply comfortable together over years. From the beginning, many noticed something different about Jimin and Jungkook. At first it was subtle: a flicker in a glance, a certain way of standing near each other. Over time, it became clearer, stronger, harder to ignore. Their connection isn't just about music or work. It's been built through shared history, through hard days and good ones, through moments when no one else was watching. Jungkook has a way of caring for Jimin without making it a spectacle. He notices if Jimin is tired or uncomfortable and he adjusts. Jimin, in turn, seems calmer when Jungkook is near, like he can breathe a little easier. Around him, Jimin doesn't have to be gone all the time. That's not something you can fake. You see it in the smallest gestures: choosing the same seat, checking in during a crowd, leaning on each other and passing. These aren't once-in-a-blue-moon moments, they're patterns. Habits. The result of years of knowing each other deeply. They even share a private kind of humor, laughing at things no one else seems to understand, exchanging glances in interviews, predicting each other's answers before the words are spoken. In the end, Jimin and Jungkook's story isn't just about affection, it's about a bond patiently built and quietly maintained. A bond that exists whether or not the rest of the world can see it. And that's what makes it so real. So maybe the world will keep talking. Maybe the rumors will keep coming and going, just like the tide. But the truth, the real truth, isn't found in gossip or in the empty spaces between photos. It's found in the way their eyes find each other without trying. In the way a simple touch carries years of history. In the quiet, unspoken language that only they understand. Jimin and Jungkook don't need to prove anything to anyone. Not to the cameras. Not to the fans. And certainly not to those who build castles out of shadows. What they have is steady, built brick by brick through trust, loyalty, and a love, whether you call it friendship or something deeper that refuses to fade. Maybe we don't see every moment. Maybe we never will. But that's okay. Because the most beautiful parts of any story aren't always written in the pages everyone can read, they're hidden in the chapters only two people share. And for those of us who've watched Jimin and Jungkook's journey, we know one thing for sure: no matter where life takes them, no matter how far apart the schedules pull them, their paths always seem to find their way back to each other. Because in the end, this isn't just Jimin. This isn't just Jungkook. This is Jikook. And some bonds? They're unbreakable.